How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Lemon Studios, where we talk anything and everything entertainment. I'm, of course, the Lemon himself, Zeke Lemon, and this is my review for Monday Night Raw. But before we get into that, let's get the house clean out of the way. Shout out to leave a like, comment below, let me know your thoughts on Monday Night Raw, and of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, all that out of the way, let's get into the review, shall we? So, the very first time where we see heel John Cena. Was it going to be good? Was it going to be bad? Was it going to be something in the middle? And I gotta say, I thought they really nailed it out of the park. They knew what kind of crowd we were going to get into with it being an international crowd in Brussels, Belgium. And the crowd overall was great throughout the whole entire night. Yeah, there was a couple times when they had that takeover energy where they were just chanting the chant. But again, I'd rather take that more than some of the chants that we get over in America. But man, they played their part perfectly when he came out to start off the show. And you can tell, like, everyone's just happy to go along for the ride. Because once his music hit, everyone went, it's John Cena! And then they're like, oh crap, we're supposed to boo John Cena. And then the boos come heavily pouring down. He pulls out the towel. The last time is now, and he just walks. He doesn't run. He walks to the ring. He settles the towel down. He's sitting there silent. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks chants. Break right down the middle. Very, very loud. I don't think he spoke a word until maybe 5 minutes after the show started. Maybe a little bit longer. I'm not sure. But yeah, the whole teasing of, you know what, I'm just going to leave. I'm just going to leave. I loved it. I loved everything that Cena did during this promo. Going, I'll just leave. Oh, boo. And then he comes and picks it up. Because it also, it's a very good character detail. Because the main thing that really resembles to me in that promo is the line where he breaks the fourth wall, right? Where he goes, I'm not a babyface, I'm not a heel, I'm a human being. Where the whole thing that I'm just going to leave because he doesn't like how the crowd is treating him. And then once the crowd boos him, he wants to please them still. So he gets and picks up the mic. So it's still kind of that sense of that he is still trying to please us, but yet he's doing it his own certain way where, you know, again, the Cena that we know is still in there that wants to please the fans. It's just that he's going down a dark path right now. And again, just that he's a human being and how everything that we've been saying online, that the whole theorizing of like, okay, well, what are we going to get now? I mean, like we were saying, what are we going to get? What are we going to get? What are we going to get? Is Cena going to come out in blue jeans now? like we were all like, oh yeah, instead of the jorts, he'll come out in blue jeans and he'll wrestle in blue jeans. Oh no, he's going to come out in a suit. Oh, people are going to have to get new music. What's the new Cena going to look like? And he comes out the exact same and he's saying, no, y'all dress like me. I don't dress like y'all. Y'all want to live hustle, loyalty, and respect. I am hustle, loyalty, and respect. And the way how he made the Let's Go Cena people look bad. And I love the cut to the kid. I love the cut to the kid. He was like, including that kid, he is a dysfunctional, toxic relationship. And they just cut to this kid. It killed me. It absolutely killed me. Cutting to the kid. The way how he explained everything, because everything felt so justifiable except for one thing. Because, look, again, overall, I love the promo, and I love when Cody came out, too, and he said, who is this guy? Where's this guy? Obviously, I don't have the updated shirt yet. They come to my town the first Friday after, and I'm hoping to go, and I'm going to get that exclusive shirt for sure. But, you know, where's that guy at? That guy better come to WrestleMania, because if this guy shows up, I'm going to kick his ass. I also really like how we're waiting until Cena fires back. Like, all he said to Cody was, listen, kid. Because, again, it starts to add into that layer of, I've been where you are. These people will turn on you. Maybe it's going to be a case of that where Cena is going to try to reason with him. Like, you know, Michael Cole and Cody Rhodes were saying, we were willing to give you the benefit of the doubt after everything you've done for us. But the fact that now Cena has completely turned on us and the pendulum has gone completely the other way, where he's just trying to go, Cody, I've been there. I've been where you're at, because he even talks about him in the promo. But the only thing that really bugged me about the promo was that it was never good enough, it was never good enough, it was never good enough. At first, yes. And, you know, if this was in 2021, and, you know, let's say when he returned to face Roman, maybe he returned to align himself with Roman, and then we got this promo, it would have been very much more interesting. But Cena entered this realm, in 2021, when his music hit, and I was there in that building in Fort Worth, Texas, at the Dickies Arena at Money in the Bank, when his music hit, that was when we all accepted Cena. It was no longer about let's go Cena and Cena sucks. We said, it was like when Kurt Angle comes out and we say you suck when his music hits. It's out of respect. It's just part of the notion. Half of the people say let's go Cena, the other half say Cena sucks, but we all love the guy. But it was like this noise and this volume where everyone like finally accepted and brought him in. And that was in 2021. So now to do this in 2025, well, he's finally going, it was never enough. It was never enough. It would have been one thing if maybe Cody was like, when Cody came out and they shook hands and then people started saying Cena sucks, then maybe, or if they would have just added the line, because again, they tied everything else in with the internet, saying you're not going to get a new look. I'm not a character. Again, I'm not a baby face. I'm not a heel. I'm a human being. This is just who I am. You're dressing like me. I'm not dressing like you. You're not going to get new music. You're not going to get a new outfit. You're not going to get any of that. If they would have just also added the aspect, because again, in person, on the shows, we were all like, yeah, we're just happy to see Cena. He comes out. We love him. We want him to win, blah, blah, blah. But online, we were like, yeah, so this retirement tour, huh? He just announced it and he just never showed up. If he could have just spun that to go, I announced that I was retiring for a year. And, we were just going to go along this ride where the dates and when I'm going to show up. But even that wasn't enough. I had to show up every single week. And he kind of talked about that a little bit. But I just don't think we went into it enough for me to fully buy into the heel turn. I still buy into it. I am loving what we're doing with it. And again, I think the segment overall was absolutely spectacular. It was almost everything that I wanted. It was just that one tidbit that I really wish we could have added to it. And again, I think we had to go so hard on the heel turn for us to finally okay, Cena's clearly a bad guy now. I still think the heel turn, the full heel, if you will, only lasts until Mania. Then I think until SummerSlam, we get these shades in the middle where he's kind of heel, but he's slowly starting to turn back to the good side. And then post Summer, he is the full babyface John Cena that we come to know and love. And moving forward within that. But yeah, I really liked the opening segment. I also really liked the segment that we did with the women's world title as well, with Io and Bianca and Rhea. I mean, what Rhea did to me was so stone cold coded. It was truly so stone cold coded. Coming out, Rhea, why are you here? Beats them up, picks up the contract, signs. No way that's legal because it's a one-on-one match. Signs it, takes the contract, and goes, nope, it's fine. I'm in it. And then they go out and they have another brawl here and there. And again, we're talking about the race, right? The race to main event night one. Seth Rollins come out to basically just say, I'll be on SmackDown Friday. Again, it's just those kinds of segments. I'm just like, we could just cut it. I get it. You want Seth Rollins on the show. You don't have Punk and you don't have Roman. They'll be in Italy. Just say Rollins for Italy, man. Just get them over there to Italy. But I get it. You want to please these international crowds as much as possible with as many superstars that you have on the card. Same for the dark match. Have him do a dark match with Chad Gable or someone. I don't know. Bring Damian Priest over and have them do a dark match and it will be just fine. I just really didn't need that segment because all he did was come out and it was cool seeing the crowd sing his song for a very, very long time. And then, he just basically said, I'll be at SmackDown too, and then left. That was basically all there was to that segment. But yeah, that's the race, right? Is that triple threat and this triple threat. Right now, the women's triple threat's winning. I mean, I loved every single thing that we did to it. Again, the thermostat just continuing to heat up. It's not official that Rhea's in the match yet, but I would imagine next week, Io and Bianca come to an understanding going, look, she's not going to stop. And I really want to kick her ass too, because you can't really tell who's the full heel here. You would assume it's Rhea, because I think Rhea's the one who's being the most like a crybaby, for a lack of a better word. I mean, you lost the title, you got distracted by Bianca Belair. Bianca was out there to scout, right? And Io just wants some goddamn respect. She's the champion after all. So I guess out of all the three characters and the motives, you would say Rhea's the heel, but yet she gets the biggest pop. So there's just a lot of intrigue when it comes to that. And within the segment overall, it was just a big round of applause. So right now, if the road ended and this was the go home show, the women main event night one to me personally. I think also Jey Uso and Gunther got some much needed heat as well too. I like Jey doing the backstage promo as he's on his way to the ring. Gunther coming out, they have a little tussle, beats Theory in a matter of seconds, 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to have a tag team match with a mystery partner. You would assume he chooses Jimmy. But Jimmy's going to get jumped Monday before he can come out, and Jay's going to have to go on his own. It'll be 2-on-1 because Gunther took Jimmy out. I'm assuming that's going to be to play here, or maybe it's the return of Sami Zayn, and then maybe we get the Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross feud going. I will say, I think the other matches need to hurry up and start being like more official. Like I think tonight or today, this afternoon, it's really weird with how because my time it came out at 2 p.m. That we should have made the triple threat official because we got 4 weeks left. I feel like we need to announce these matches a lot quicker, to sell more tickets. I mean, we're right now on the verge that the Royal Rumble is going to have more people in attendance than WrestleMania itself. And I don't think Elimination Chamber is too far behind of WrestleMania, which is just unfathomable. I mean, it shows how good a business WWE is in right now, where these other shows can compete with WrestleMania. But WrestleMania should be your biggest gate no matter what, and that's what you always strive for. So I think we need to go ahead and start announcing these matches. I think AJ Styles versus Logan Paul should have been made official tonight as well. I mean, I know we had that segment with AJ Styles. We probably will have to wait another week, but again, I think it's time that we're going, this match is happening, this match is happening, this match is happening. I hope Friday, the Seth Rollins, Punk, and Roman match just becomes official, and we just head off into the races for it. I also kind of like how we're intertwining the brands. I'm no longer going to complain about, transfer portal and all that. Maybe for these international shows, they're going to be more integrated throughout. I would assume Drew McIntyre will be in Glasgow on Monday, one way or the other. But yeah, on the road to WrestleMania, I truly don't mind it. It's just really annoying that you're like, hey, there's a transfer window. Okay, it's closed. Yeah, but everyone can still kind of pop up wherever they want. Just say everyone can show up on any shows on Mondays and Fridays from November to April. As soon as April's over, we have the draft, and then it resets again. So that gives May, June, July, August, September, October. That gives 6 months of a hard brand split. I think that's fair. You give 6 months where everyone can jump around, and you give 6 months to the other side as well, where you do have a hard brand split. But yeah, overall, I think this episode overall was really good. I like the Penta stuff as well. He beat Ludwig Kaiser. He's now in his rear view window. We would assume that he's facing Braun Breaker for the title. I would assume it would get turned into a fatal four-way because Dominic looked at the title. And I think both IC and US titles are probably going to have the same storyline where they're both in fatal four-ways, where there's a face ally with the champion, LA Knight with Jimmy Uso, Braun Breaker with Penta, and then there's the stable that's on the verge of a breakup that are facing each other, the captains, Finn Balor and Solo Sikoa, and their protege, Dominic Mysterio, and Jacob Fatu, where I would assume one breaks up and the other are they able to coexist and then continue on the storyline, assumingly with the title moving forward. But yeah, we'll have the spot where Braun Breaker and Penta get to stay one-on-one for a little bit. Really like what we did with that as well. As for the other things on this show, I think that's it for the most part. I can't really think of anything else. Yeah, no, I mean, those are the only real main talking points I want to talk about. I mean, of course, Cena was going to get the most of it. But yeah, that women's world title scene, I think is doing pretty good. Again, the set stuff I could have done without, in all honesty. I think the matches were pretty good too. Ivy Nile versus Dakota Kai was okay. It was fine for what it was. LWO versus the Creed Brothers was okay for what it was. But yeah, it was all about the angles tonight. The world title, both world titles. On Monday Night Raw, which is really, really singing. I can't wait for next week. I think the road to WrestleMania has been great so far. But let me know what y'all think about it down in the comment section. If you made it this far within the review, please leave a like. I do greatly appreciate it. And again, hit that subscribe button, as we are on the road to WrestleMania, going to be covering all of it. So make sure you hit that subscribe button as we cover it here and go and come along for the ride. And until next time, guys, I'll see you here at Lemon Studios.